Previously on Glitch Quest, Pokemon Yellow encountered some bizarre sound glitches and crashed the game. Pokemon Green entered an alternate dimension, what do you even call this? I don't even know. Whatever it is, it led to Pokemon Green beating the game and completing their quest. And Pokemon Blue entered Mount Moon and mashed A a lot, killing lots of Zubats. Yep. Today is going to be all about Mew. Both Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow are going to get level 100 Mews using two different methods. Let's begin! Glitch Quest. You're not my friend, Zubat. I don't like you. I don't like you. No. Wait. The light. It's the exit. We made it out of Mount Moon finally. Haha, well, enough of that crud. I can't act for dingle-dongs. Really though, on a scale of 1 to 10. How is that acting? Anyways, I know you guys are all here to see some Mew glitches, so let's get to the point. I'll start off by showing the easier of the two methods and the most well-known method as well. If you've seen this Mew glitch before, this is probably the one you have seen. If you're going to do this glitch yourself, this is the one I would recommend doing because it is very, very easy, where the other one is a nightmare. Also, this version of the glitch will work in any version, where the other one only works in Pokemon Yellow. Let's get started. So, before we get into the meat of things, we have to do a little bit of preparation. First, we want to go up here and fight the rival battle. Whoopin' that stank, yo. Yeah, bruh, smell you later. Then we've got to clear out Nugget Bridge. Now be careful, because battle number 2, they say it's very serious, even though she has level 14 Pidgey. It's very terrifying. You gotta take this battle seriously, guys. And after completion of Nugget Bridge, well, you get a nugget, and we can take that down to the Pokemart and sell that for 5,000 Pokedollars. Now once we have all this money, you should go and buy a bunch of Pokeballs, as many as you can afford. Trust me, you're gonna want these. Now to activate the glitch, we need either Fly or a Pokemon with Teleport. To get Fly, we would have to progress through the game quite a lot more, all the way until Celadon City. Teleport, however, we can get by catching an Abra. An Abra just so happens to be in this area. So the next step is to go up here and walk into the grass and catch an Abra. But be very careful. Make sure that you walk on the left side of the grass here, because there is a trainer standing right there, and we do not want to battle him. He will be a part of the glitch coming up in a bit. So I just go up and down through the grass until I find an Abra. It took quite a few tries. Abra only has a 15% encounter rate, but it's not ridiculously rare, so with a few tries, I found it. Now the tricky thing about Abra is it only knows Teleport, and if it uses Teleport, it'll run away from the battle. This means we can't really weaken it because it'll just teleport away. So all we can do is immediately throw a Pokeball and hope we catch it on our first try. I throw my Pokeball and come on, got it, first try. Okay, real talk, I have no idea why I'm acting like I didn't know if I'd catch it. I already recorded that footage, so I already knew I got it first try. Anyways, I have an Abra, so we can continue. The way Teleport works is when you use it, it'll take you back to the last Pokemon Center that you've healed at. So I want to go and heal at the Pokemon Center in Cerulean City, so when I make use of Teleport in just a little bit, it'll take me back here. After doing that, I go back up to this spot right here, and I save my game. Saving your game is very important, just in case you mess up, because if you don't save, you've only got one shot at this. Now, from this exact spot, I press down and open my menu. If I mistime my button press and don't open my menu, then I'll accidentally get into a battle with this guy, and I have to reset my game and try again. If I get it just right, I'll open my menu while I'm inside of this guy, and then I go and use Teleport. Similar to what I've shown in previous episodes of Glitch Quest. The trainer sees me, and then I teleport away. Now when I go back up the bridge here, I'm gonna get into a random encounter, and that encounter is based on the special stat of the last Pokemon I've battled. To get Mew, the last Pokemon we've battled has to have a special stat of 21. And it just so happens a trainer in the Cerulean City gym has a Pokemon with 21 special. It's this guy right here, so I get into a battle, and the Pokemon I'm looking for is his Shelder. So I wreck that horsey, Shelder comes out, and again, similar to the first episode of Glitch Quest, I send out my Charmander and start using Growl. When we go get our random encounter on the bridge, the level of the Pokemon is based on the attack modifier of the Pokemon we last battled. The default modifier is 7, so if we don't use any Growls, when we go back it'll be level 7. But we want the Pokemon to be level 1, so we need to use 6 Growls on the Shelder before we go back to the bridge. And I wouldn't worry too much about Shelder being a water Pokemon versus Charmander, because from my experience, he just uses Withdraw over and over, and that doesn't matter. After I've gotten the 6 Growls, I go back to my Nidoking and finish him off. Gosh dang, that Shelder lived through a level 100 Nidoking's tackle. I guess all those defense ups really helped him out. Anyways, with the Shelder defeated, we go back to the bridge, get our random encounter as expected, and there it is, a level 1 Mew. Again, it's a Mew because the Shelder had 21 special, and it's level 1 because we used Growl on that Shelder 6 times. Mew has a pretty low catch rate, so it's time to weaken him before I try to catch him. I happen to have a level 4 Rattata on my team, which I send out because if I use Nidoking or Charmander, they're pretty much going to kill it. I use a tackle which gets it just about half, and I'm not quite happy with that, so I go with another tackle hoping that it doesn't kill, and of course, I get a critical hit. Why now? But it's okay. I saved my game before, so I just reload, set up the glitch again, find another Mew, and try again. This time I use tackle, it gets a critical right at the start, which I guess brings it down to acceptable damage ranges. I swap back to my Nidoking and just start chucking balls. It took quite a few tries, but thankfully since we bought so many Pokeballs, it should be fine. In my case, it took around 15 or so, and finally I got it! There we go. I decided not to give it a nickname because Mew is just too special to have a nickname in my opinion. So there we go, that is a level 1 Mew in our team. Now comes the level 100 part. I sound like a broken record here, but again, this is the exact same thing we did with the Nidoking back in episode 1. I'm just repeating it here so everyone's on the same page. So I go and look at my Mew's stat menu, and right here it says I need 63 experience to get to level 2. If I get more than 63 experience, I will get level 2. However, if I get less, there's a glitch in the game which will make my Mew go directly to level 100. So what I do is I go and find a low-level Pokemon, send out my Mew, swap over to Nidoking, and finish it off. And this gets him lower than 63 experience, so BAM! Level 100! And that's all it takes, guys. A level 100 Mew is gotten. Keep in mind right now, Mew's only move is Pound. However, Mew can learn just about any TM. So once I find some good TMs, I'll just go ahead and teach them to him. And one final note before I go and show the other method. If you do this in Pokemon Yellow, you cannot catch an Abra up here. You actually have to go down to the patches of grass right above the daycare center. So just keep that in mind. Now the second method in Pokemon Yellow. This is one I would not recommend you doing, and I only did it myself because I am a huge nerd. I wanted to answer one simple question. How early can you get a Mew? I tried every Pokemon from every trainer on all of Route 3 and Mount Moon, and unfortunately none of them had a Pokemon with 21 Special. So what I decided to do was go to Bulbapedia and look at the base stats of all of the Pokemon I could randomly encounter in Mount Moon. I found that both Paris and Clefairy have really good base special. I went and found that this floor in Mount Moon has a pretty high encounter rate for Paris, and every time you encounter him, he's level 13. If anything was going to give me a Mew, it would be this Paris. Or maybe a Clefairy, that's maybe, I don't know. However, there's one minor issue. Whenever you encounter Pokemon from a trainer, their stats are the same every time. However, from a wild encounter, their stats are a bit random. That means even if a level 13 Paris can possibly have 21 special, he might not. He might have 20, he might have 22, or so on. So here's what I have to do. I have to find a level 13 Paris, use Growl on it 6 times, then go all the way back to Viridian Forest and just hope that it just had 21 special. I do all of this, go back and find an Arcanine, which is the Pokemon you find if you have 20 special. I go back to Mount Moon, find another Paris, do the growls, do the whole thing, go back to Viridian Forest, and it's another Arcanine. I do it all again, another Arcanine. I do it a 4th time, and I find a Gyarados. Really? But on my 5th try, finally, there he is. I found a Mew. Along the way, I caught myself a Zubat to help me weaken the Mew. I weaken him a bit, start chucking tons of balls. He keeps busting all these balls, but eventually, I capture him and get myself a level 1 Mew. Then I go and get him just a little bit of experience, and BAM! Level 100 Mew. So that is it for this Glitch Quest Mew special. There are only 2 episodes left in this Glitch Quest series. Today was all focused on one glitch, but next time there's gonna be a lot of them. Thanks for watching. Hey, you should totally hit that subscribe button right there. Or you can click some of those annotations or click the links below to go to one of my gameplay videos. You got Pokemon Yellow, you got Pokemon Stadium, and I do all kinds of games. The gameplay videos are on a separate channel. You should subscribe to that one too. Anyways, see you guys next time.